This team is completely full of bronze players, and the only way I can upgrade these guys is by packing players out of pro packs. Now, I did do this video at the end of last season. I thought I'd bring it back towards the end of season 9. We are going to be opening up 5 pro packs and upgrading this lineup as best as possible. If you guys want to try out this challenge for yourselves, you can by all means. You can always post on my Discord server what teams you end up making. The link, as always, is in the description down below if you want to go ahead and join it. We got 5 pro packs to open. I have already opened one of them by accident, but they are on my unclaimed items. I still don't know why we've got the pro pack split into 3, but we're going to be opening up just the player section over here to see what players we can get for our lineup. I know last time around I did this, I did use that boost lineup I have using past season players on the bench, but this time I thought we'll make a full lineup, bench players and starters, so you guys can make one alongside me and see who gets the better team and what luck yours is looking like. Let's see who we get though out of this first pack. We get a Dylan Brooks card, Wade card, Beal and Harris. So not a great pack at all. I know towards the end of last season they did sort of boost the chances of you getting higher rated players. Don't think they've done that this season, but at least we've got a wide range of different positions with this pack. So we're going to claim that one. Of course, we'll claim up the rest of the stuff that we get alongside the pro pack. We get 50 credits over here, which isn't going to be that helpful in my opinion, especially towards the end of this season with no currencies carrying over in between seasons. And of course we get some XP there to help us with our levels. So let's go over to the lineup and we're just going to put these guys on the bench for now. So we'll go all the way down, scroll through all of these players. Hopefully we can get some players with some team boost to hopefully get this lineup up as much as possible, but you got to go all the way down to 72 overall. We got a bunch of Harris over here, so we're going to put him in at that shooting guard spot. We'll put Bradley Beal starting because he is slightly higher than Harris in terms of overall and probably on stats as well. His 3-points is probably going to be fairly good. Then we got Wade at the power forward spot at 71 overall, so we'll whack him in from the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6'10" is not bad. And then we got Dylan Brooks, our best player from that first pack, so we'll go all the way down to 80 overall. Hopefully we can pull slightly higher rated players from the rest of the packs, but that's what we're kicking off things with the very first one over there. So let's go into the core section. You can see, of course, this is what we're guaranteed from a pack: 370 plus overall players, a 2% chance of getting an extra 80 to 84 overall player and an 89 overall player. Unfortunately, it doesn't have those high rated players in this pack at the moment. You're looking to get those in maybe the premium pack or the prime pack over there. They do of course cost NBA cash, which I don't have at the moment. So let's open up pack number 2 in this one. If we can't fill out the team from 5 packs, we might have to open a couple more with some credits. We've only got 3 players this time. It's 73 overall Hendricks, 70 overall Jokic, and a 70 overall Kawhi Leonard. That is not a great pack at all. In fact, that's pretty bad in terms of the overall of players that we're getting over here. We'll get our XP and of course the credits as well. Jokic isn't bad. Of course, it's just going to be his base card. Kawhi, from I think the first promo we had this season, only his base one at 70 overall. So we're going to put in Jokic at the center spot. We'll put him on the bench for now and hopefully we can get ourselves a higher rated version of him or someone else. And then of course we got the 73 overall Hendricks, slightly higher than Wade at the power forward spot. So we'll scroll all the way down for Hendricks over there, and then Kawhi Leonard at the small forward spot is going to have to sit on the bench because of course Dylan Brooks there is slightly higher in terms of overall and probably better on the stats. There was an 80 overall Kawhi Leonard from the exact same promo, maybe one even higher overall than that as well. 70 overall Kawhi has got a better 3-pointer and a better mid-range, but I think we're going to go with the overall and we'll stick Dylan Brooks there in the starting small forward spot. Again, hopefully we can get some better rated players and upgrade these guys. Maybe do a trade-in set team builder as well with what we've got at the moment in the sets. But let's go back to the pro packs and see if we can get a better pack than what we just got over there, because that was really bad in that second pack. Are we going to get 4 players? We do. Luckily this time, 74 overall DeMar DeRozan, not bad. 82 Clint Capella, 74 Vassell, and a 71 overall player to end off that pack. Not bad. At least we got an elite player in that pack. So we'll go back into the lineup and just sort of update things. Shooting guard spot can slightly be upgraded with Vassell now coming in on the bench. He's got 76 on his 3-point shot. Is that better than Bradley Beal? Actually, we'll just double check that to see if one of them can start over the other one. And no, Bradley Beal is a lot better with his stats over there. So Vassell's going to go on the bench. DeMar DeRozan can go replacing Kawhi Leonard over here. So let's scroll all the way along to 74 rated DeMar DeRozan. Still not the same overall as Brooks, so he's going to stay over there. Then we got a new starting center with Clint Capella, a base elite player in this game at the moment. Of course, a lot of these guys are very low overalls in terms of, say, players that we've got at the moment with the season celebration promo, which is absolutely nuts. Let's go back into the core section. We're opening up pack number 4 out of 5 over here. Let's see who we're going to get out of this one. Can we get another 4 players in this pack? Unfortunately not. We're down to 3. 72 overall Portis, 72 overall Braun, and a 72 overall Vanderbilt over there. I don't think any of them are going to make the lineup if we'll just double check that once we get through these other 2 packs. Usually in the past when we've had pro packs before this season, all of this stuff would have come as one. I don't really know what the point is of it being switched into 3 separate things, but it is what it is. We'll get through those over there. Go back into the lineup and let's see. A 72 overall shooting guard is not going to improve our shooting guard spot. 72 overall Portis, though, is going to better Jokic for the bench. Not a massive improvement, but of course, Jokic isn't really doing much on the bench himself. We got Vanderbilt, 72 overall at the power forward spot, slightly upgrading against Wade. I'm just going to double check the stats, him versus Hendricks over here, whether he's any better at all in terms of his stats. Rebounding, not amazing. And the rest of the shooting stats isn't great either. So we'll go ahead and we'll stick him on the bench. We still need a point guard. We haven't got a single point guard out of all the packs that we've opened, which is a little bit disappointing. So we'll stick in Vanderbilt over there and we'll go back into the packs and hopefully we can get 2 point guards to finish off this lineup. So pack number 5 over here, or we're going to have to settle for 2 bronze point guards for this video, which isn't going to be great. It's good news that we've got 4 players, so more chances of getting point guards. The first one's an 80 overall Zion. Power forward spot, not bad at all. There we go. We get ourselves a point guard. Trae Young at 70 overall. Braun again, and Valanciunas, which is not great at all. So that means Trae Young's going to be our starting point guard. Unfortunately, we're going to have to settle for the bronze player on the bench over there. Of course, I could open some more pro packs, but I want to keep this just as 5 packs to see what we can get. Of course, you guys can try this challenge out for yourselves. I think if you don't get a position, you just have to stick with the bronze player for the lineup. But we'll go back to our team over here and we'll go ahead and put in Trae Young as our starting point guard. Of course, there are higher rated versions of him because I think this was the first promo in the season, and of course you had to upgrade them bit by bit. We'll whack him in over there. No one's going to replace anyone from the shooting guard spot or the center spot, but we have of course now got Zion Williamson to put into the lineup. So let's scroll down. He's at 80 overall, base elite player over there, 80 overall, which isn't bad at all. So this is the team I could make. No backup point guard, unfortunately, out of those 5 packs I got to open. 74 overall isn't great at all. We're going to hop into a showdown quarter. So I'm going to have to hopefully play really well in this showdown quarter if I want to get the dub. If we take a look at the sets though, of course the core trade up sets have got some higher rated players to get. Scroll all the way to the highest one. It goes up to 90 overall, not massive or anything like that, but it is of course better than those pro packs. So I might have to try that video next, making that trade up set team builder. But let's go into showdown and see who we come up against and whether I can actually beat them with this low rated team. And while I was waiting for a matchup, I decided to open one more pro pack by watching an advert, and we got ourselves an Anthony Edwards and a Steph Curry out of that one. But unfortunately, they don't get to be put into the lineup, but that is a decent pack over there nonetheless. But there we go. We found a matchup. It's going to be an 80 overall team. So we've got ourselves a full elite lineup pretty much to go up against. We're going to have a massive overall disadvantage, unfortunately. So hopefully we can pull this out of the bag and still get the win. They're going to start with the ball straight away. We got 2 minutes 30 to score as many points as possible. I'm not sure how many 3-pointers Trae Young's going to knock down. We might have to rely a little bit more on Zion's dunks to try and get himself to the rim. But we get ourselves a block. I think that was Clint Capella getting the block there. Let's play it over to Zion. Get the slow motion dunk to kick things off. A 2-handed slam for him. Doubt he's going to have the dunk package as a base elite player, but he's still going to find his way to the rim with that strength and size. What's Kyle Lowry going to do over here? He's played it over to Levert, back out to Kyle Lowry. Can we get the steal with Trae Young? We just about do over there, which isn't bad at all. We'll play it over to Zion straight through for the layup. He's going to get blocked though. Unfortunately, 78 block versus that 74 contested shot. Kind of tight on that one. Hartenstein for 3 as he luckily misses that one, and Morris is going to be at the rebound. We need to try and out rebound them if we can, although I know that's going to be a little bit difficult with the players that we've got. They've gone it over to Murphy. He's going to go for the tough shot, and he's just about going to knock that one down. Their highest rated player at 88 overall is not bad at all, knocking that one down. But let's try Trae Young. That was a really deep 3-pointer. Should not have taken it that far out. He's got 74 3-point shot, which is not great at all. But let's see what they're going to do. Levert over to him for the 2 as he misses that one. We're getting out rebounded again as Morris comes through and gets himself that easy layup at 86 on that layup. But let's play it over to Bradley Beal. I think he had a decent 3-pointer on him. Perfect release for 3 as he splashed flashes that one, even though he was challenged. He's only got a 78 3-point shot, which is not amazing when you compare it to some of the other players that we've got in promos throughout the season. Trae Young, though, able to get the steal. Let's play over to Zion. Keep things ticking over with the safe dunk over there. So 7-4 at the moment. I'm not sure we'll win our quarter when our opponent plays us, but hopefully we can just win our half as Morris comes through with that one-handed slam. Who have I not scored with so far in this video? We'll go ahead, dish it over to Brooks. His three-pointer isn't great, but he is knocking that one down. 58 on the three-point shot, yet he still manages to knock down the bucket over there to put us up by 4 points. Can we get the steal with Brooks? They're playing it over to Murphy the third as he misses his shot. We haven't scored with Capella yet. Let's play it over to him. He's going to come through with his two-handed slam. Slow motion dunk there as he makes that one to put us up 12-6 in this quarter. We got 40 seconds left to go and we aren't playing too badly. Let's hopefully get another steal if we can. Morris with the ball, the top of the key. They try the alley-oop and they miss it, but they get the rebound and they make it with LeVert. I don't think the AI tries the alley-oop that often, so that's kind of rare in this game. But let's go in with Bradley Beal for the three-pointer as he manages to somehow knock down these challenge threes with that not so great three-point stat on him. But Kyle Lowry, he's tried a three-pointer and they've answered right back with their three over there. But let's play over to Zion in a little bit of space, coming through with that powerful two-handed slam to put us up by 8 points with not a lot of time left to go. Lowry, what's he going to do? Come on, plays it over to LeVert. I want to try and get another shot off if I can, if the AI is going to let me with the time that we've got left to go. Trae Young trying to get the steal. Lowry for two. He misses his shot over to Brooks. Why is he trying to play over to Capella? I tried to just get him to shoot. Capella misses his one as we win the quarter 17-11. 17 points in a showdown quarter is not bad at all, especially considering how low in overall this lineup is. And we do tie it and we just about edge it over there on the field goal percentage. 70% wasn't bad at all for us, and we get a bunch of fans over there. So not a bad game in Showdown. Of course, it's always tough playing with this lineup. Maybe I've got to try and play with the full bronze lineup to give myself a real test over here, but that wasn't bad at all. And of course, that was the best lineup I could make out of opening 5 pro packs. Let me know in the comments down below whether you've tried this challenge out for yourself. If you want to show me your team, put them in the Discord server. I will be looking at all of your teams that you can make from this pro pack challenge. Remember, 5 packs. If you don't get a player, you got to stick with the bronze player for your team. If there are any other challenges you want to see me do before we get ourselves that new update, let me know in the comments section down below. And obviously, I've mentioned this update. If you want to go check out the video where I went through exactly what's happening with the game and what we know about it so far, go check out the video in the bottom left-hand corner, and I'll see you guys over there. Peace.